Hello, my love. How you doing? You right?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm not too shabby, thank you.
Yeah?
So you recently did a rebrand from Thea Evans to Kitty Churchfield, didn't you? Can you tell us a bit more about that?
I did. Should I put this on in the background really low? Or? Yeah. So this is my first track from the rebrand. I just kind of hated being myself, to be honest. I got
real.
I got kind of tired of it. I don't know. Is that playing through? Yeah, cool. I just kind of got tired of doing Kitty Churchfield and being like, I always wanted to kind of rebrand a bit. I think a lot of my music is all kind of based on levels of trauma in my life and stuff. And I thought I kind of wanted to become this kind of like cabaret DJ, art housey pop musician.
Yeah, I love that. I get the whole low-key hating yourself and just wanting to change things, and it's a good thing because quite a lot of artists do like an alter ego thing, so that's kind of what you've done. You have an alter ego,
kind of,
and like because I've known you for a while, like I knew you like this Thea Evans and Kitty Churchfield. I see the difference, and it's really cool. Like I'm personally eating that shit up. It's amazing.
I want to do more like poetry and stuff as well, and I felt like I was kind of stuck in this. Like I started doing my Thea Evans stuff when I was like 17. And it wasn't really going in the right direction. And everyone was like, the branding needs to change and everything. So I thought, like,
you changed the branding.
Change the branding.
So you do spoken word as well, don't you? Which is mostly based around your own experiences.
Yeah. So the whole kind of thing we're going for is like a mix of like artist culture. This song you're hearing right now is Self-Medication Stations. That's the first one. So I want to do kind of like a campaign where we talk about drugs and the way we like look at drugs. Specifically trying to like have a like level of understanding and break the stigma as well. So in the future, if I ever get money or funding, I'd like to go into like secondary schools as a campaign and talk about county lines, how to get out of that and do the arts instead, and also talk about harm reduction. Because I think it's like, I saw this statistic recently, it was like young people are doing drugs more than they're drinking now as well. So I think it's really important to kind of...
I think because drugs are probably cheaper than alcohol, unfortunately. I think that's exactly why they're doing it.
And
no one wants to go outside anymore.
Literally. And I used to live in Bristol. There's quite I saw a lot of people who like really struggle with the drug culture there. Yeah. And then also I lived in like warehouse districts in London for a while, which there's also quite a like heavy drug culture there.
Yeah, definitely.
And I saw some people go through really hard times and kind of not be supported by like the government and I've seen like teenagers nearly die in nightclubs because they don't have right harm reduction and stuff. I did a lot of work as a welfare officer and stuff, so I thought like this is kind of what that song's about, basically.
I really like the new song. It's banging, and you should stream it on Spotify,
on everywhere.
It's everywhere, babes. Make sure you listen in. So, what's the next steps for Kitty Churchfield? Can you give us any like
so
surprises?
We've got some cool stuff. So I'm currently studying performance design. So I'm kind of working on like a mix like a counterculture cabaret night is the cool thing that I kind of want to get started. Which is really fun. I found a venue that's got a really cheap cover fee. That's kind of cool. So trying to just, I think if you have proof of concept, it's easier to kind of like get a label involved and stuff.
I actually know a venue you could use. I'll send it you after this. I'll hit you up.
Yeah, I know a few that would be really good. That are kind of like into it, and then also I want to do a production of Bugsy Malone's set in London as well, but that's kind of like I don't want someone to steal the ideas. We'll
cut that out. We'll cut it out. It's alright. It's
alright. It's okay. But yeah, it's just all like now it's kind of like about just building the team. I'm trying to get management and trying to get funding as well. Okay, that's really hard, but I've spoken to a few people and they say the idea is really strong and I just need to find the right people now. So if you are a manager or you know anyone,
hit her up immediately.
Or you want me to DJ some kind of gig or festival, whatever, like I'll do it. Just hit me up.
So how long have you actually been DJing for? Because I've always known you as a singer-songwriter and I met you when you were hosting an event in Bristol. Yeah. And now you DJ. So how did that actually come about?
Yeah, so I started DJing during COVID. So that's like 6 years ago now.
Does not feel that long ago. That's wild.
2025, 5 years ago. 5 years. Started DJing at the beginning of COVID, and I was doing like very student-y, filthy drum bass. Like
we've all been there. It's right.
Like you can bow roll.
Eventually, you get up on the low when you change your drum.
I mean, no, I actually like bow a lot, but like but yeah, doing a lot of stuff like that. And I actually ended up like doing a couple of things on TikTok, just literally propping my phone up, not professional at all. And then one of them went viral. And then I got like 40,000 views overnight, and that was really crazy.
Love that.
But then I found like, firstly, I found TikTok kind of like it's quite unreliable sometimes. So the growth was quite difficult. And also just being a woman in the drum and bass scene is quite hard.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And the comments are really mean.
Yeah. And then during COVID, I started up like a little like domestic abuse awareness collective. Yeah. So I did like charity live streams and gigs and stuff like that. So I was able to kind of DJ more.
Is that the deer one?
Deer in the
Headlights.
project,
Yeah. How's it going? Is that still happening?
I want to do more with it, but it's just I was doing it. I didn't have any funding, so I was doing it all out of my own pocket.
Yeah,
and
that's
volunteers,
difficult.
and I think during COVID it was easier to do something like that.
Yeah, everyone just had so much time.
Yeah, and you wanted to do stuff, and they wanted to change their careers, and like that's exactly what I was doing. I was young, I didn't have any money. I was doing with young people who were starting out as well. So, and it was great. We raised like over $1,000 for charity. That was really cool with no budget.
That was awesome. Great. Go on, girl.
Yeah, it was cool, but yeah, and then I moved to Bristol and started doing work with like it's closed now. Unfortunately, it's closed, gone. Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah,
which
that's mental.
that venue.
To be fair, they were trying so hard to keep it open. Like there was so much new management, so it was like they even had like a radio thing. It was
I think
a lot.
it was just like the funding wasn't there. And
yeah,
then also there was, like, it wasn't the right spot. They got a lot of complaints from the council and like neighbours and stuff. But they were really great, and I did some events with them and shot music video there and stuff. So yeah, it's just been like a big mixed bag of just trying to make it work.
Yeah,
and
how are you balancing things though? Because you're doing a lot. How are you? Like, what is your number one rule when it comes to trying to balance your brain and life?
I think look after your mental health firstly. Don't be afraid to ask for help from other people. I've like got a lot more opportunities that I probably shouldn't have got because I've been a bit cheeky and asked for help. The worst thing they can say is no. And then also like relying on your community and try and build up your team as much as possible. Like you can't do everything on your own. You want to, especially when money is tight.
You can't.
And you won't get anything done if you don't. Surround yourself with people who genuinely like love what you're doing and like and actually like have faith in you and your project. Like surround yourself with those people. There's a lot of people who will tell you can't do it. I'm surrounded by people in my life who tell me it's not gonna work, can't do it. You've kind of just got
fuck them, you can do it.
The best advice from my course leader on my first day, I was like, he ran a collective, like a drama collective. He's like, I really want to talk to you about like starting something like that up. And he was like, just do it, dear. Just do it. Don't worry about it. Just do it.
Yeah. Then, the act of doing is like stronger than the act of planning, I think.
And you can sit up in bed all night and be like having panic attacks about it all the time.
Yeah.
But that's all right. If we can have that.
Panic attacks are cool. It's fine. It's okay.
We're all mentally ill in the music scene.
That's how we actively choose this job with no money and no no security.
No security, no money, no faith,
something going on there.
Funding. No career prospects, just
that's so painful.
It's not true actually. There is actually more money in the, especially in music.
You just have to find it.
But it's better to be an executive. I'm going to be sorry.
No, you're hilarious. So before we go, basically, you speak about like drug harm reduction quite a lot. So what do you have any advice for someone who is currently struggling with their drug addiction? What they can do, like just any advice.
Yeah, I think I think again it's surrounding yourself with people, and that can be drug users, but it can also be non-drug users. I think both can be helpful, and being honest about your own needs. But also like there's so many more services out there than we realize. There's so much more, and I just think we don't. It's again, it comes with that government and the stigma, and like you have to. There is actually so much more, especially in like if we're in a city or an area that does have drug problems, there's so much more help, and they will like a lot of them. Like I've helped a few of my friends out getting support, and a lot of them will like help you with your careers, help you with your house. Like, like there is a lot more out there, and also just like if you don't get the phone answered by someone, keep doing it.
Yeah,
you like if that's genuinely what you want, and it might not happen overnight. It might take years for some people. Yeah, but like keep doing it because it will. Stick with it and like do stuff you love as well. Don't sit at home all day, even if you have no money.
Go and touch some grass.
Go do something. Yeah.
Talk to people, touch some grass, and be nice.
There's
so
many free gigs and stuff. Like go and do stuff. Like generally, it makes so much of a difference. I've had some friends who like you can get stuck at home and feeling like you can't do anything.
Yeah, just stuck ruminating and stuff. Yeah, that is incredible advice. Thank you so much for joining us today, and make sure you check out our socials. Amazing.
Oh, thanks guys. Bye.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Lauren, and thank you very much, Kitty Churchfield.